Hello and welcome to the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland Browns and NFL pregame show. I'm your host. I'm Chad Bryan. With me, as always, are my buddies Ryan Mosser and TK Dandridge. What's going on, guys? Good morning. How you doing?
Doing all right, man. Ready to talk
Has that a good week?
Going on, my good brother. Kind of a gloomy
you know,
Sunday morning, but we're ready for some ball. Tell you that much.
It is. It is. The sunset was nice this morning. I was up early enough to catch the sunset. It was beautiful. It was colorful. I'm sure there's some pictures out there online. But yeah, it turned gray and windy, and I don't know if it's raining yet, but it could be a rainy, windy, kind of a nasty day for football. So
little drizzle so far.
Yeah, well, at least it's warm, which actually may work to the disadvantage of the Browns, but we'll get to that in a little bit. Real quick before we get started, the Rams are beating the Jaguars right now at halftime, 21-0 in at Wembley Stadium in London. And I just told these guys, we were talking off air. I'm like, it's nice. Jacksonville's finally losing for a change, but we're Browns fans. They're going to come back and win the game in the second half, I'm sure. So
Trevor's looking like one of our QBs right now with how bad he's playing. Some of those throws have just been absolutely egregious. Obviously, the sideline throw to Parker Washington was, little airmailed. Parker could have did a better job of using his feet, but,
Yeah, I usually use my hands, but that's fine. You can use his feet if you want. It's whatever he wants to do. He's better than me. He's a pro. What is the weather bad there? I haven't had a chance to watch much of the game this morning. Is the weather bad there or no?
It's raining in London. It's definitely raining. Saw heavy drizzle in towards the end of the second quarter. Ball was getting a little bit slick. Once the Jaguars got into that red zone area. So yeah,
gotcha.
Little bit of weather in this there. So yeah.
Well, let's look forward to another slip and stumble touchdown run to possibly come back and win that game. Then we'll speak that.
We'll see.
Hey, despite the weather, today it's October 19th, right? I mean, the weather's pretty good, but today actually should be.
Today's my mom's birthday. Sorry,
I gotta call my mom. Happy birthday, Ryan!
Happy birthday,
Mom. Call her. Thank you for telling me.
Let's call her live on the show. Can we do that?
No, we're not gonna do that.
Yeah, Ryan, we're not doing that. Actually, Ryan, we have your mom waiting. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, hey.
We're not doing that. Well, happy birthday, Ryan's mom. That's awesome.
Sorry about that.
No, we're all good. Today should be a pretty decent day. Like I said, besides the weather being a little weird, it's warm at least, right? Should be a decent day to see at least a chance, right, at a Browns win, maybe. It's actually not too late if you want to head downtown. You can actually get tickets for about the price of a cup of Starbucks, I think, right now. I was looking online, got some single digits out there.
Yeah, I think Lima said it was like close to $9, which is crazy. So
it's pretty crazy. Actually, rumor has it that with proof of a fill up on a full tank of gas from any Pilot Flying J location in the last 30 days, Jimmy Haslam will let you call one offensive play in this game. So check that out. Just remember, if you win, please run the ball, right? If you get that, please run the ball. Please run the ball. That's all we got. That's it for the show today. Enjoy the game. No. What can
we've been saying this for weeks now.
Yeah, we've been saying a lot of stuff for weeks, and nobody's listening to anything. It doesn't matter. Where do we start, guys? Hey, maybe we shouldn't give Joe so much flack. Oh, right. That was dumb. Maybe this wasn't Joe Flacco's fault after all. This whole offense being stymied every week and not being able to score, more than 17 points or whatever. It kind of looks like it wasn't his problem. What was he in Cincinnati for 10 days? And they go out and they beat the Steelers on a Thursday night game, 33-31, 342 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. Yeah.
Hey, listen, really quick, just like I alluded to, I just wanted to say, listen, you give that man a half-decent pocket and receivers that actually want to and can catch the football. Yeah. And you saw what happened. You got a vintage Joe Flacco performance. I don't even think you got that type of performance from him during the Super Bowl run that year. I mean, completed 31 passes for 342 yards and 3 scores. Yeah. I mean, he reminded me of an 8-year-old playing Madden out there. Just look for number one. Where's number one? Where's number one? And he found him over and over and over again.
It's just not broken. Don't fix it, right?
A decent pocket and some talent. He will be just fine.
Yeah.
He will be just fine.
So tell me why watching that game felt like a Browns loss. Like, they didn't even play. I mean, it felt like the Browns lost that night watching that game, didn't it? A little bit? Like, I mean,
no, because it was indeed a loss. We lost 53-0. When you sit there and you let go of your opening week starting quarterback, granted, he had a couple performances marred in there that were absolutely poo-putt. I definitely do believe that the first week, we had talked about it extensively, receivers dropping the football and selling out QB1. Not to mention that it looked like our offensive line had also gotten worse every week, pass blocking. But the run blocking was pretty decent. Either that or Quinshon Judkins makes those boys look really good. And Jerome Ford starting to get some steam as well as the number 2 back. But yeah, so it's a huge loss for us. But go ahead, Chad. Sorry about that.
No, you're okay. I was just gonna say I just think it's easier to go forward than it is to go backward. When we're talking about trying to stop another human being, it's better to get off the ball and get some momentum, right? I just think it's naturally easier to run block for most guys. I don't know, maybe not.
I consider this a Browns win. So
yeah,
I mean, in a way, I mean, Kevin Stefanski and Andrew Berry are both problems, and thank God for Joe Flacco. I mean, thank God for Joe Flacco. 11 games in a row without 20 points, 20 of the last 23 without 20 points. I've said it all 7 weeks this year so far for the show. Like, I mean, in the last 3 years, to anyone that would listen, Kevin Stefanski is incompetent. He's incompetent. His offense is garbage. Ken Dorsey was a scapegoat last year. Kevin was a genius to make that move, to make him, the offensive coordinator and run his plays, and then his plays weren't great. Now the proof's in the pudding, buddy. Like, we see what it is. I mean, and the best part about it, Browns fans can see what it is for now. Like right now, like he sucks. He sucks. Finally. I mean, Joe Flacco is a hero. I mean, that helps solidify my argument that I've had for 3 years and open the eyes of the majority of Browns fan base. I mean, of course, Andrew Berry would trade Joe Flacco within the division. Of course, Joe Flacco would look amazing. And also put up 33 freaking points against a Steelers team that kicked the Browns' butt 23-9 the week before. Kevin Stefanski and Andrew Berry are a joke. And this joke is no longer funny. They need to go. Joe Flacco's my hero. That's what it is. So.
Ryan, I can't find a single point in there to argue with you on. I just can't find anywhere that I think you're wrong, man. Yeah.
It's so frustrating.
Well, listen, I guess the one saving grace from that game is that Mike Tomlin is now 0-7 for his career on Thursday night divisional road games. It's really weird. And by the way, the Steelers of our franchise have never won a Thursday night road game.
They should be banned from playing Thursday night, because how much stupid shit are you going to let happen on your watch, Pittsburgh? Like, seriously. Last year was if last year wasn't idiotic enough. You sit there and let Jameis Winston preach his way to a comeback on your ass, and then you sit there and revitalize Joe Flacco's career after he looked like complete dog water here in Cleveland. Granted, that wasn't all his fault, but it's like, listen, man, this is an absolute mess that we cannot get this situated. It's baffling. I'm up here stammering like an idiot because I don't even know what to say.
You guys are feisty this morning. You guys need to eat breakfast? Like, I love this, man. You guys are a little angry this morning.
I've been like this.
I love it. Hey, by the way, Swan Hampton says, top of the morning, go Browns.
What's up,
we don't know
where
he wants them to
what's
go,
up, brother?
We don't know where he wants them to go, but that's okay. We have a feeling we know where they're going. But yeah, the Steelers have never won a Thursday night road divisional game. Never, ever in their franchise. That's wild.
And
the back to 1980, TK, 45 years ago, almost my whole life, they've never won one. That's wild.
And the Mike Tomlin crash out was definitely valid at this. When he talked about, like, I ain't never heard of, basically criticizing Andrew Berry for sending his week 1 starting quarterback to a divisional opponent. And
he deserved every bit of it.
Completely valid.
He deserved every bit of it. Every bit.
So, I mean, I don't know, just weird.
Yeah, it's been a weird.
Mike Tomlin woke up this morning wanting to slap the shit out of somebody. I know he did.
Me too.
He wanted to smack somebody.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been a weird Browns week, I guess, is the most succinct way I can really put that. It's just been a really weird week to be a Browns fan. For a franchise that every week is really weird, right? Like, it's just weird to be a Browns fan in general anymore. It's almost hard to be a Browns fan, but here we are. It doesn't matter. By the way, that streak started with the Houston Oilers in 1980. Had to mention the Oilers because, man, those uniforms, right? The helmets with the tower. Come on, those were awesome. Anyway, today is a different story. Today is Browns Dolphins, kind of the battle of two weird, just not weird teams, but teams in a weird situation right now. They're just kind of in like this odd, bizarre, like tense standoff somewhere, right? Like the standoff between like the coach and the quarterback, or the coach and the GM, or whatever, whichever side you want to look at. You got Tua coming out and calling guys out for missing meetings and being late to walkthroughs or whatever. And then I don't know, Mike McDaniel says, well, wait a minute, those weren't mandatory things. I mean, these guys aren't. So then Tua apologizes, and Andrew Berry trades Flacco, and I don't know, man. Like Kevin Stefanski says, I didn't know that was going to happen. Like what is going on? The communication with both these franchises seems pretty awful, right? Like
it's atrocious. It really is an atrocity, and Miami is turning more and more like us by the day. We're starting to revert back to our middle 20 teens way of doing things. You think about that stretch from 2015 to 2017. Obviously, the worst stretch of Browns football since we have been back. It's starting to look a lot like that. You got to think, 4-19 in your last 23 games.
Thanks.
You can't score.
Yeah, I like the slow motion too. That really emphasizes your point, I think. Hopefully your Wi-Fi router is going to be all right. We'll keep an eye on that. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's this two franchises that are just in a weird spot. It kind of feels like, well, we're still going. Hold on. Nope. Okay, no, we're not going. Yeah, it kind of feels like whoever loses this game. Oh, wait.
Just keep going. He'll be back.
I'm having fun with it. It kind of feels like whoever loses this game is getting fired as a head coach. I don't know about the general. I don't know if they're going to clean out. I don't know if they're going to clean out the whole house. But it really feels like whichever head coach loses this game is going to get fired. Here we're back.
PTSD from Deshaun Kaiser.
Oh boy, I'm getting PTSD. Well, I don't know. Listen, Ryan, real quick. I don't know. We seem to be having some technical difficulties with TK right now. Now there's a dust storm. So
he dropped his phone and some Fruity Pebbles.
Oh, it sounds delicious. Okay, well, listen. You host a show right here on the Inside Edge Network called The Commissioner's Couch. We know it's about fantasy football. I think the real fantasy football is maybe the Browns losing today, because I really think if they lose, Kevin Stefanski gets fired, right? Maybe.
Yeah, I mean,
isn't it time? Especially after the
it's been time. It's been time. I mean, going back to just the down route you talking about. I mean, both these teams are some of the worst teams in the NFL. I mean, both teams are on edge right now.
Oh, this is definitely the loser. Absolutely.
From the Fruity Pebbles, TK. Yeah, for sure. Hey, you're back. There you are. I see your face. Your lovely face. Yeah, I think it's.
Sorry, gentlemen. I appreciate you.
All good, bro. All good.
No, you're all good. What can you do? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, do you guys have a short list of coaches that you want here if Stefanski gets fired? I mean, obviously they're going to go with Jim Schwartz for the rest of the season. I would think. But I mean, as far as guys to bring in, do you guys have like a top 2 or 1 or 3 or? I mean, I don't know. Ryan, let's start with you. I mean, who are your guys?
My thought real quick.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
On that, you're good. I was just gonna say, both fan bases are ready to grab their pitchforks and torches and force the team's head coach out on the street, and definitely out of this locker room. You talked about this game possibly having permanent, ramifications. I expect someone to get fired after this game. I mean, it's considered the toilet bowl. Which turd's gonna get flushed? I don't know. Stefanski or McDaniel. Selfishly, I hope we lose, but I've talked about that before. We're already out of contention this year, and now it's time to pivot and look towards first overall in 2026 draft. I know Browns fans don't want to hear that, but you know what? That's I'm realistic. And then we also get to cut loose a horrible coach. I think the Browns. Going to the coaches, you said, I think the Browns would have a hard time finding a good coach in the middle of the season this year to take over. I expect them to promote an interim head coach. I expect that to be Bubba Ventrone or Jim Schwartz. Personally, I'd rather have Bubba Ventrone. He's a special teams coordinator and also the assistant head coach for the Browns. Logically, he would go up in the next if he's assistant head coach. Not because I think he'll do well, but because I think Jim Schwartz probably wouldn't be able to retain his job at the end of the year if he became interim head coach, and I would like to have him in contention for possible head coach of the Browns next year. I don't know. As far as coaches, I'd like to target like maybe inside the NFL, Brian Flores, if I can see John Morton, the Detroit Lions offensive coordinator. I think has done a really good job this year. Josh Grizzard, the Buccaneers offensive coordinator. Jesse Minter, the Chargers DC, and possibly Cliff Kingsbury. People outside the NFL right now, John Gruden is a name that might sound crazy, but I'd look at. Same with the thing with Urban Meyer. I know he didn't have success at Jacksonville, but that's bad culture. It's just a name. I'm not saying he's a top target. And then out of college, Kurt Signetti, Steve Sarkisian. I think Belichick could be an interesting name. Matt Campbell, Lincoln Riley, and then Deion Sanders. Okay. And then if Ohio State wins another national championship this year, I would throw Ryan Day's hat in the mix. Which I think he'd take 2-0 and bounce out of there. Okay. Dark horse, Josh McCown, Vikings QB coach. He's interviewed for a lot of head coaching jobs, and he could be a next man up. So,
got mad love for J-Mac, but I think he'd be better suited as an OC first. Kind of see how he does as an OC.
Yeah, just dark horse. Yeah.
Yeah.
TK, what about you? I mean, do you have a couple guys you'd like to see here or no?
Yeah, I would definitely welcome Chucky to the dog pound. Come on now. We got Child's Play every Sunday in autumn. Hey, listen. Granted, I think we do give him a lot of credit for the 2002 Super Bowl ring that he won with the Bucs. Mm-hmm. His latest stint with the Raiders didn't go as well, but I definitely think it was trending in the right direction before he let his mouth and his opinions get him in trouble.
I was gonna say he was out of there for some non-football reasons. Yeah.
I still think that was a little bit extra. I mean, come on. I mean, if you had known a smidgen about who John Gruden was, you would have the inclination to know that these things are bound to happen with a guy like John Gruden. So that didn't bother me at all. I think a couple of names that Ryan pointed out. Brian Flores and Jesse Minter are very, very good names. Younger guys, not necessarily, the 30-year-old hotshot that you see getting hired a lot more in today's game. But these are definitely guys that can withstand a rebuild, can probably help accelerate that rebuild, especially with how well these guys run. My first choice.
All right, I think it's going to be a day of just technical challenges. Honestly, TK, you're starting to slow down on us. It's not you. You're not slowing down. I think you're moving at a normal speed. But your Wi-Fi router's not. Yeah, we need to rebirth to that router. You might need to restart that thing. But hey, listen, I'm going to move on real quick because a couple names that you mentioned, John Gruden and Kurt Signetti were both on my list. I don't know. People have mentioned Brian Callahan, and a lot of people are like, well, I don't know. He's 4-19 over his last 23, but as TK mentioned, so is our coach. So we can't really throw stones. I think with Brian Callahan comes Bill Callahan, or at least a chance at Bill Callahan to maybe help this.
How's he going to help this offensive line?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't think Jesus can help this offensive line.
No, build a fence. I really don't know. I mean, he's going to have to do something. Because these guys it's rough right now. You're right.
Bill Callahan is the magic man as far as the O-line goes, so I would welcome him back in a heartbeat.
Oh, for sure.
It helps to have some talent there, though. It's okay. Yeah. It helps to have some talent. Well, listen, I think we're going to take a quick 2-minute break here just to let everyone take a minute to regroup. I think we need some router reboots or whatever we have going on. But yeah, on the other side of the break, we're just going to come back. I'm going to ask you guys, is the AFC North the most is it the most bizarre division of football right now, or this season anyway? Nothing makes sense in the AFC North, so nothing really does.
Nothing makes sense in the NFL anymore.
Yeah, you're right. That's true. Well, like I said, we're going to take a quick 2-minute break. We'll be back in about 120 seconds right here on the Inside Edge Network. Hey, and we're back. Man, 2 minutes goes really quickly
So
sometimes.
fast.
So fast. Not when I'm running. Maybe I should have run. I should have tried that. Yeah, I don't know. We're back. Again, it's the Inside Edge Network. This is the Cleveland Browns and NFL pregame show, brought to you by LPV Productions, as always. And I just want to, TK, it's the division's really weird this year. Everything, I mean, the Ravens are by far the best team in this division. They're 1-5, right? They're in last with the Browns. The Browns have the best defense in the NFL. Still, it doesn't matter. 1-5. The Steelers have an aging defense. They really don't have a whole lot to hang their hat on. They've got like a 92-year-old quarterback, but they're 4-2. They're leading the division. That's awesome. And the Bengals just lost one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. Backup wasn't doing the job, so they pick a quarterback up off the scrap heap. No offense to Joe Flacco, because we now know it's not him. But it appeared at the time they were just picking one up off the scrap heap from the Browns, right? And then he goes out and puts up 300 and almost 50 yards and 3 touchdowns. And now they're technically kind of back in the thick of things. I mean, they're not too far out of the division. It's just a weird season, TK. What? I mean, is it weird or am I off? Am I right?
TK's muted.
This division makes about as This division makes about as much sense as a South Park episode after the year 2005. It's just a lot of weird wonky-tonky going on. Obviously, the Ravens have been ravaged by injuries. The Steelers have an improving, albeit aging defense that is very unpredictable, very inconsistent. This is a team that gave up 32 points to the Jets in Week 1. Obviously started to get on a roll a little bit there towards the Minnesota game where
they did do that against Minnesota. TK, I think we're losing you again, buddy. Just so you know. If you can.
Obviously gave up 9 to. Am I back?
You are back.
You're back
for the moment. Yes.
All right, good. But yeah, like I was saying, Cincinnati, they lose their star quarterback. Obviously, it doesn't work with Jake Browning. I don't know what happened to him, but to be able to find Joe Flacco, hey, that 5th round pick ain't looking as important as it did when we first made that trade. Now is it really isn't. It's starting to be a great value. It looks like great value. And obviously, the Browns are the Browns. I hate to quote doo-doo shit shooter. But that's exactly what the hell this division has become. We still can't score points. We got a wonderful defense, but they're quitting on us. Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward look uninterested. I mean, this division is like a clay and dirt milkshake. It's just a bunch of weird crap conglomerated together that don't belong together, and it makes absolutely no sense. Cincinnati could very well win this division with Joe Flacco, especially with how inspired they play on Thursday night. And if Pittsburgh doesn't shape up, they could. This is definitely their division to lose right now. So this is just a lot of weird crap going on in the AFC North, and to me, the worst division in football.
I mean, it should be the best, shouldn't it? It should be one of the best, Ryan. Right?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's really, really bizarre. I mean, we have some of the top players that have a lot of positions in the AFC North. Some of the top quarterbacks, top receivers, top corners, defensive ends. All around the field, there are some top players at each position, and the record should reflect that, but they don't. I mean, the Steelers they're horrible. They're so bad, and the Bengals are just as bad, and they're both 4-2 and 3-4. I mean, the worst part about it is that this division, for once, it's completely wide open for the taking. Literally, you just have to put a competent team out there and be leading the division. But instead, the Browns are 1-5 and looking at a top 2026 draft pick to solve their problems. I mean, one has to wonder, with the Browns, what would they be right now with Baker Mayfield? I mean, I hate to say it, but a freaking 2025 MVP candidate on this team.
Yep.
I mean, yes, blah, blah, blah. He had to go to 2 different teams. Yes, he had to mature. I don't care. I'm just wondering what if right now, because this sucks. This is exhausting and embarrassing. So
yeah. I mean, who's to say he wouldn't have matured here? You know, if they just left him in place and he had the shoulder surgery. It is what it is. He went through all the things he went through. He just went through them with a different franchise. You don't not mature because you're in a city or in a franchise or whatever. I mean, he would have grown along with his age. I don't know. It's just I agree with you. I think it's worth asking. What if? It is frustrating. Who knows?
It was nice to have a quarterback put a halt to the quarterback search, though.
Yeah, for a minute.
Remember, for that little while, we got rid of that QB jersey, and for a moment, it was a Mayfield jersey there. Yeah. Just Mayfield, no added names, no other horse crap going on. It was just him, and that was nice.
Yeah.
Granted, it was inconsistent. Hey, we didn't lose more than 10 games with him. So, hey.
It was always fun at the post-game pressers, too. I mean, you know. And
those were fun. Those were fun. Those were very fun.
The touchdown celebration. Well, we used to score touchdowns. That's probably why they were fun. Right? I remember that. You guys remember that?
Quarterback who can throw down the field.
That was awesome.
I will never forget the touchdown pass that he threw to Hollywood Higgins in Tennessee. And they rolled out the red carpet. He was the last one to get to the end zone. That slide he did before he started snapping the pictures.
So sweet.
Oh, boy, that slide was clean as hell.
Man,
it's forever ingrained in my brain, TK. Yeah, it's forever there. That was
smooth.
Yeah. Yep. And now we have Dylan Gabriel.
Here we are.
Yeah, here we are. Anyway, it's not Dylan Gabriel's fault. He's trying. I'm sure he'll do fine in his 115 pass attempts today. He'll be fine. Let's go around the NFL. I don't want to talk about this right now. Let's skip this for a little bit. Let's go around the NFL. Well, first of all, the Rams are still beating the Jaguars 21-0, about 9 minutes to go in the third. So that's trending well for us today. That's fine. I still want to pick the Jaguars to win because I know better. We can't have nice things here, but whatever. Right. Let's start. Where do you want to start? Let's go New Orleans at Chicago. Chicago's the 3.5-point favorite at home. It's at Soldier Field, new Soldier Field, not the old Soldier Field. That'd be weird. I don't know. Whatever. TK, what do you think? Bears and Saints. What do you got today in this one?
I think the Bears are going to take this one at home. They look like they're starting to put things together. It's not all the way there yet, but the offense is starting to clean up some of the early season mistakes. No stupid turnovers inside their own territory. No late game comebacks are being allowed. They're actually the ones coming back now. I definitely think the wins against the Raiders and Washington. Granted, these are both 1-point wins. These are gutty, gritty, determined victories that these guys had to squeeze every ounce of juice that they possibly had to get these W's. I think these guys are going to figure it out. Saints are still a young team trying to figure themselves out. Go ahead and give me the Bears.
All right, fair. Ryan, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I just don't think the Saints team is very good. Their offense is struggling, 24th overall ranked. Defense is average. Rattler, I mean, I commend him. He's doing okay. 139 out of 203 passes for 1,217 yards, 6 touchdowns, 1 interception. That's not bad. I mean, he's
solid young player.
Take care of the ball. Like he's definitely exceeding expectations. And he's rushing 26 rushes, 143 yards, ranked as a 20th ranked fantasy quarterback or just overall quarterback, I guess. Playing really, really well. I mean, I heard that there's some disagreements right now with Olave. They don't know if they're going to trade him. They're trying to extend him. They're not sure. Calvin Amara said he's not going anywhere amongst trade deadline or rumors. He's going to retire. That's all good and dandy. But this Bears offense is I like Caleb Williams. I think Robo Medunze is very, very good. Defense is manageable. The run defense is really good as well. I think we'll stop Kamara handily. I'm gonna go Bears 17-7 here.
Okay, fair enough. I was surprised to see the Bears only a 3.5-point favorite at home. I think it's because they've been a little inconsistent, a little up and down. You don't really know. They're starting to put it together, starting to play a little better. I don't know. I do like the Bears. I'm weird about picking a score in this one, but I do like the Bears. I don't know. Where do you want to go? New England at Tennessee. Let's do Patriots and Titans. New England's a 6.5-point favorite on the road in this one. I don't know. I mean, like I said, they're kind of one of those teams I've been waiting on. They're playing really well. Not really well, but they're starting to play better, I think. I don't know. What do you think? I'll start with you, Ryan. Patriots at Titans. What do you think?
Patriots are going to kill this Titans team today. I mean, Titans have the worst ranked offense in the NFL. They have a bottom of 22nd, I think, overall defense. I mean, they don't have a head coach anymore. Cam Ward's looking okay. I don't know. Drake May is looking fantastic. He's looking like eventually he could be a future MVP if they continue to build around him. He's a 5th ranked quarterback right now. The wide receiver room is struggling. I heard they're aggressively trying to trade for a wide receiver 1, but Stephon Diggs is okay. Hunter Henry is still a top 10 tight end, and I looked at them for them to get their running game going. I think Patriots gonna win like 31-10 here. So
okay, all right, TK.
This is very much going to be a revenge game for Mike Vrabel. You guys really had the nerve to fire me after one bad season after I gave you elite quarterback play from Ryan Tannehill and Josh Dobbs at times. We were able to get to the AFC Championship, win a couple playoff games. I definitely think he comes in with the mindset, let's drag this team to the woodshed and beat the absolute urine out of them. I do have some faith in Mike McCoy as the interim head coach for the Tennessee Titans. I definitely think he will talk to Cam Ward as much as the Lord will allow, and he will be a key part in his development for year 1. But yeah, very much like
McCoy or the Lord will be a part of. Sorry.
But very much like Ryan alluded to, this Tennessee Titans team is very bad. You have Elite Manor moving to WR1 with the injury to Calvin Ridley. I expect a rough afternoon for Cam Ward and the Tennessee Titans today in Nashville. Give me the Patriots in a blowout.
Yeah, I think they can pray all they want, but I think the Patriots are going to take this one too. This used to be a really intriguing matchup, but now the Chiefs are a 12.5-point favorite at home against the Raiders. Do I even have to ask you guys who you have at Arrowhead in this one? I mean, the Chiefs are figuring things out offensively. They're putting things back together. The Chiefs roll in this one, right?
Yeah, plus the addition of Rossi Rice, who's just going to take the ground running today, is just going to be incredible. Yeah, I definitely got the Chiefs here for sure. Big.
Yeah. What do you think, TK? Same?
Believe it or not, I do expect a very close game. I understand Rashee Rice coming back to the Chiefs' offense is going to be huge for them. But you do have to implement the fact that this man has missed 6 weeks of football still. It's going to take a while to get him in. I definitely see them doing some of the short to intermediate things to get him loosened up a little bit, maybe an end around here or there, maybe a screen or somewhat. But, yeah, this is a game that the Chiefs should take. Don't think it'll necessarily be the barn burner that everyone expects it to be, but it could possibly be that. Regardless, I'm going to take the Chiefs.
Yeah, Rashee hasn't played since week 3 of last year as well because he got hurt. So it's been a while. Like you said, I do expect him, like you said, to get short routes and just, slants, maybe open him up in the screen game a little bit. But, I mean, the Chiefs have the 8th ranked offense, and to add a wide receiver 1 that they desperately needed, I think they're going to – I don't know. I think they're going to beat – I'm guessing 31-14 here, so.
Fair enough. I think with Rice coming back, I think things you have to keep an eye on are the lower extremities, right? Legs. Right. Sometimes it's hard to get your legs back under you, and you try to do a little bit too much. You push out, I don't know, you take off too fast or something, and you got a hamstring problem suddenly. So hopefully they'll be able to keep him healthy.
Don't put that on me.
Well,
I own a lot of him on fantasy. So.
Well, okay. Well, I unsay that. I'll unsay that then. Yeah, I never said that. I knocked on wood for you. It's fine. You didn't hear it on the mic. But it's fine. Everything's fine. I think the Chiefs roll in that one. Geno Smith throws 100 interceptions. They keep him on the run, and the Chiefs will probably win that one big. Eagles at Vikings. Now, the Eagles are a weird team to me because, like I said, they've been hanging on just by a thread all season long. Lost a couple weird games here and there. They're going to go to Minnesota and play the Vikings. They're a 2.5-point favorite on the road. The Vikings are also kind of a weird team to me. I don't know. They're in flux. Is it Carson Wentz? Is it J.J. McCarthy? Will they? Won't they? It's like Ross and Rachel. I don't know if you watch Friends or not. I don't think that really applies here. But TK, what do you think about Eagles at Vikings? It's going off the rails again.
Well, the Eagles have lost 2 straight and don't look nearly as potent as the Super Bowl winning team that they were last year. But I still have my questions about the Minnesota Vikings. I definitely think their defense is pretty solid, their offense still has a lot of questions. I definitely get David Ruffin in the tip.
It sounded like it was going to be a good point, TK, but we're losing you again. Ryan, I'm going to move on to you while TK works on coming back in here.
Yeah, I think this Eagles team is
from this Jordan Addison to get up to speed. TJ Hopkins.
Are we time traveling? I'm not sure what that.
Keep going, TK.
Yeah, keep going. You got it.
Right. Well, yeah.
to be honest, I just think this team is a little weird, but they have a chance to bounce back. I'm going to go ahead and take the Eagles. I'm going to take the 2.5-point spread as well. This game could be really interesting. I definitely think it's going to be a low-scoring game too. I definitely think both defenses show what they're about in this game. I don't see too many big plays happening in U.S. Bank Stadium today. But give me the Eagles.
Okay, Ryan, what do you think?
Yeah, I think this Eagles team is fake. They're so fake. They're 30th best in offense, 21st in defense. They should not be 4-2. I mean, Jalen Hurts is a decent. He's 6 overall right now, but I mean, Saquon's 12th. Both of the receivers are in the late 30s. I mean, these guys should not be 4-2. The Vikings have a very good defense, 6 overall right now, only allowing 289.8 yards a game and 10 total touchdowns this year. Wentz looks good, and I think Justin Jefferson is going to really, really take off today. I think the Eagles are overrated, and they're definitely going to get exposed today. Justin Jefferson goes off. I think the Vikings are going to win 20-20.
Okay, yeah. I mean, Brian Flores, we talked about how good of a defensive mastermind he is. Any chance the Eagles just line up every single play and run the tush push all day in this game while they try to figure out their passing problems?
Stupid, man.
Yeah, it's wild, right? It's becoming a thing now. It's like kind of it's eventually going to get outlawed because it's almost like it's like a joke now, right? It's kind of almost like it's.
They're the only team that is allowed to run that play without having any penalties called. And
jump off sides and do it. Yeah, it's wild. I mean, it's getting out of hand. So yeah, I hope the Vikings win by 100 today because of that. And only because of that. Let's go TK's matchup of the day. How about we go Panthers Jets? TK, I'm gonna start with you. These are your boys.
This game has me so torn up. As much as I like the Panthers and follow them, I'm also a close affiliate of the New York Jets as well. Like to follow them from time to time. I definitely think this is a win for Carolina, though. It's going to be a tough game. The Jets look to be wanting to show people, hey, we still have a spine, even at 0-6. We're going to compete. We're going to fight to the rim. We have to figure out the quarterback situation in New York first. I don't think Justin Fields is his guy, as much as I hate to say it. I definitely think the offense looks more solidified with Tyrod Taylor behind center. Give me Carolina. I definitely expect a big game from Bryce Young. With Chuba Hubbard being back as well, I don't think they should take carries away from Rico Dowdle, but I definitely see Carolina's offense humming pretty well today. So I'm going to take the Panthers.
Yeah, just a 1.5-point favorite over the Jets. Ryan, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to take the Panthers here too. Rico Dowdle is a top 5 running back after 2 weeks, which is insane. He's looked electric. And Chuba Hubbard is not a step down. They're going to mix carries. We'll see who has a high hand of the game, but I think both are reliable backs for sure. I mean, that and the fact that Garrett Wilson is doubtful with a knee injury today. The Jets offense, that's their star player who they really can't get the ball to anyway. But, now he's possibly out. Breece Hall, 22nd ranked running back right now. Nothing to brag about. And this defense is very good. I love Ted McMillan. Finally got to some touchdowns last week. I've been saying for a couple weeks now, if they mix, he's getting a bunch of yards, he's not getting any touchdowns. Or now last week he got barely any yards and 2 touchdowns. So they're going to mix those together. He's going to get the yards and the touchdowns. He is a complete wide receiver. He is going to be a top 10 wide receiver in this league in the future. He's very, very good. I'm excited about him. Give me the Panthers. I think the Panthers won 23-10. Jets are just on the course to fight for the top pick in the draft next year.
Yeah, they look awful. And obviously he's a viewer of the show. He heard you say he's not scoring touchdowns. He scores some touchdowns. So that's what happens.
Yeah, right.
Yet another career that we've extended or helped here with the whatever. I think the Panthers win this one. The Jets are just really bad. Justin Fields seems to have lost all ability to read a defense or to react to anything he sees on the field, really at all. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with him, but yeah, I think the Panthers win that game pretty handily. 1.5-point favorite. That's surprising to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. We got the Giants, who just took out the Eagles, who we agree aren't really that good. We thought that was like a big win, maybe, but the Eagles don't really look that good. Against Denver. Denver's a 7.5-point favorite at home. The Broncos, as I like to call them now, they look tough. I mean, all of a sudden, Bo Nix looks like he might be the best quarterback from that draft. Ryan, what do you think of this one? Giants Broncos. It's like an old school matchup for me.
Broncos really good. Their defense, I mean, second best right now. Only allowing 6 touchdowns on the year. That's really, really good. like you said, Bo Nix is really, really, really good. He's right now the 14th overall QB. Offense is humming. J.K. Dobbins didn't do great last week, but the running game got stopped. Sutton looks great. Even Troy Franklin, but I love this Giants team, man. I mean, you got Jackson Dart, who looks like a dude out there, who looks like he's going to be, pretty good in the NFL. Already has 508 yards and 4 touchdowns. Cam Scatterbo, until he gets hurt, which is going to be devastating. This guy is an electric, dynamic, jackhammer of a running back. And like I said last week, I love their friendship and their chemistry, and I think that's going to continue. I think the Giants are going to upset in this game, given the Broncos defense. I look for them to continue to build on their chemistry. I think the Giants win 27-21. It'll be close, but give me the Giants here. Why not?
Okay. TK, what do you think? Giants Broncos.
As we just touched on, Ryan alluded to it greatly. I definitely expect another huge performance from the creatine Caucasians. I definitely think these guys are wonderful football players. Definitely.
Yeah, I agree. Scatterbo is almost robotic in his own. We start to talk.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Well, with the Broncos defense being as talented as it is, I definitely think if the New York Giants can establish the run game with Cameron Scatterbo and Tyrone Tracy as well, let's not forget about him. He's a very solid runner as well. We can solidify the run game, get that pass game going. This team can be beat. I definitely think the Giants are going to win a low-scoring battle. I think it's going to be somewhere in the realms of 17-14.
It's going to be a tough test. That Broncos rushing defense, the third overall, only allowing 165 yards a game, and 89 rushing yards a game, and only 2 rushing touchdowns this whole season. So they're going to have a test in front of them. But like you said, those creatine Caucasians, I love that nickname.
That's fantastic.
I look for them to continue as well. So
yeah, that's awesome. Scatterbo reminds me, I had toys when I was younger, like a car, and it would just go and bounce. It would hit like a cabinet and bounce off and go the other way. That's Cam Scatterbo. He's like, he doesn't really know anything but contact. He just bounces off and goes.
He's like a pinball machine. Yeah,
exactly right. So maybe he's maybe he's the team he's the team. Maybe he's the guy that finally breaks that team defense, that rushing defense of the Broncos. But yeah, I like the Giants in this one too. I'll take the Giants. Colts, Chargers. Chargers are 2.5-point favorite. The Chargers are a weird team to me. They almost lost to the Dolphins. They're up and down. They at times they look like they're going to go to the Super Bowl. At times they look like they're going to lose 5 games in a row. Can't really put my finger on what's going on with them. Ryan, what do you think? Colts, Chargers.
This is probably my favorite matchup of the week. This one, or there's probably another one coming up too. But the Colts, their offense looks electric. Daniel Jones has revitalized his career. He's the 7th overall quarterback right now. Jonathan Taylor is the 2nd best running back in the league. Pittman's looking good. Tyler Warren, my fantasy Pookie, 2nd best tight end right now in all of the NFL. Their defense has struggled a little bit the last few games. The Chargers are looking really, really good as well. Their offense is 7th ranked. Their defense is 7th ranked. Justin Herbert's looking like a stud. It looks like they haven't taken any step down with Kamani Vidal stepping right in from Troy. He's looking great. Quentin Johnson, even though he was hurt, Ladd McConkey stepped right in just as last year. Looks great. I love both of these teams. I really love the Colts, though. I think it's going to be super close, like 21-20. I'm going to take the Colts just for fun. But
okay. All right. TK, what do you think?
I'm doubling down. I'm also taking the Indianapolis Colts. I think Daniel Jones has been absolutely spectacular. Granted, we didn't see much of this in New York. He seems to have found a home in Indianapolis. The rest of that offense looks great. I love Jonathan Taylor. Michael Pittman does Michael Pittman things. Adonai Mitchell, hey, man, listen. Things happen. Let's go ahead. Let's erase that. Let's continue to make plays and, make people realize what a good player you are. I know the mistakes are going to happen. It looks embarrassing. It is embarrassing. But we can get through that. I do think the Colts take this one. Chargers are too confusing for me right now. They got some injuries to work through. I definitely think Jim Harbaugh coach teams aren't really used to weird periods like this, but I do think they will get through it eventually. Just not today. Colts are too good.
Yeah, I think Jim Harbaugh coach teams are used to weird. I just think they're used to weird from him. I don't know if Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a kind of a weird period. It's a little odd. Yeah, they just looked so up and down. Like I said, they should have lost to the Dolphins. I don't know. I think I'll take the Colts in this one as well. I think Colts are starting to get things rolling right now.
Yeah.
This would have been a matchup in another place and time, but whatever. Commanders, Cowboys, right? Washington at Dallas. This was like a fun divisional matchup back in the day when I was a kid. It's whatever now. So, I don't know. Dallas is a 1.5 favorite at home. TK, what do you think? Cowboys or Commanders in this one? He just looks perplexed right now. Yeah, he is very perplexed. Well, I'm going to start with you, Ryan, because I think TK is too honestly in shock to speak right now, thinking about how big of a matchup this game used to be.
Yeah, this Cowboys team is talk about confusing. I mean, first ranked total offense, last ranked total defense. Well, I mean, Jerry Jones looks like an idiot. It's so crazy. I mean, Dak's looking really, really good. Williams is looking really, really good too. CeeDee Lamb is back today, and he says he's playing. Pickens is the 5th overall receiver, and Jake Ferguson is the first ranked tight end. It's insane. But this defense is allowing over 411.7 yards per game and 21 total touchdowns so far this year. Absolutely embarrassing. The Commanders, I love the Commanders. I think Jaden Daniels is a future, top QB in this league. And Bill Krosky-Merritt looked really, really good. Both of their top receivers are out. I'm not sure about McLaurin, actually. He was questionable. But Deebo Samuel's for sure out. Maybe McLaurin as well. Step in. Luke McCaffrey looks like, he's going to make plays. He did last week as well. Jalen Lane, their rookie wide receiver as well. Looking for him to step in. And then Zach Ertz, I mean, he's still almost a top tight end, top 10 in this league. I really like the Commanders. I think the Commanders are going to kick this team's butt. Their defense is so bad for the Cowboys. 35-28, so for the Commanders to beat the Cowboys.
I think we just caught up with everything TK said over the last 3 minutes, all in like 5 seconds right there. That was really strange. I think we've mastered time travel on the show. So if you're not watching the show, you need to tune in because we're time traveling right now. We're time traveling through the internet. It's awesome. I'm getting a little dizzy, a little woozy over here. I think you're right. Confusing, right? Great offense, no defense. It's the highest over-under this week, 54.5 points. 1 point higher than another matchup that we're going to talk about, which I think is probably your favorite matchup of the week, maybe, Ryan, that you were talking about, or second favorite, whatever. This is the time. I guess I'll take the Commanders on the road. You're right. Jerry Jones does look like an idiot. It's awesome. To me, it's so very satisfying for me to watch him look like an idiot. I don't know why. It's satisfying. I don't like the guy. TK, what do you think? Commanders, Cowboys. I know you said a lot. We caught it all in about a span of
2 seconds. Yeah,
it went really fast. Yeah, like 2 minutes went by in 2 seconds. So I say it again. Maybe we can listen to you this time.
Yeah, go ahead and give me the Commanders. I definitely think Jaden Daniels is going to be a little bit too much for this Cowboys defense. Bill Krosky-Merritt as well. Just run the ball. You can mix it up if you want to, but I definitely think this is a game where they take the run game and just absolutely obliterate the Cowboys defense with it. Commander should win in a fairly easy one. We'll see.
All right, fair enough.
I think Daniels going to be really, really effective. I mean, they have the 32nd worst passing defense and the 29th worst rushing defense. And, a guy who throws the ball and runs the ball, I think he's going to be QB1 this week for fantasy as well. So
yeah, he's got to be chomping at the bit to go in that one. I agree with you. I think the Commanders are going to win that one big. Oh, okay. Packers at Cardinals. We're waiting for our buddy Marvin Harrison Jr. to do wide receiver 1 things. Although we agree he's playing well. I think it's just expectations right now that he's under that are just huge expectations because of who his dad is and who his dad was, whatever. Green Bay's a 6.5 point favorite on the road in this one. I'm going to start with you, TK. I'm going to try the router luck, or you look a little frozen right now. Are you good? Are you with us? Oh, you're there. All right. Packers, Cardinals. What do you think on this one this week?
I'm going to take the Packers in this one. Cardinals are still going to roll with Jacoby Brissett at quarterback with the injury to Kyler Murray. I definitely think this defense of the Packers will have a field day against Jacoby Brissett. And Jordan Love should snap back and have a pretty solid performance today as well. I'm taking the Packers on the road.
Fair enough. Ryan, what do you think?
Real quick, breaking news. Jack Conklin is out today. Not really breaking news because he's always out.
Yeah. His elbow has a concussion or whatever.
Something like that,
Yeah, it's fine.
KT Levinson at right tackle today.
There you go.
Yikes. All right, Packers, 3-1-1 against Cardinals, 2-4. This Packers offense looks really, really good to me. I mean, they're almost top 10 in both rushing and passing, and their defense. I mean, they're the fifth best defense and the first best rushing defense in the NFL right now. Jordan Love looks serviceable. I look for him to step up as more of his receivers come back from injury. Josh Jacobs, almost a top 5 back right now, looking really, really good. Tucker Kraft is a top 10 tight end. I think he'll end up top 5. This Cardinals, offense is struggling. I mean, which running back are they going to go with? It's between Amari DiMarco, who I think is out now, Michael Carter, and Bam Knight. Last week it was Bam Knight, who randomly got the rushes, 15 rushes for 45 yards and 2 touchdowns. Marvin Harrison Jr. was in concussion protocol, but was cleared, so he'll be playing. Trey McBride, obviously, he's still going to get his. He's a third-ranked tight end for the reason. Sure. I think that Jacoby is going to just look for, McBride and Harrison the whole game. I think Harrison will finally have a really, really good game today, but I do think the Packers are going to win 28-14. I think that defense is just going to be punishable today. So,
yeah, the Packers are a weird team. I mean, lost to the Browns, tied the Cowboys. Although they did score 40, they put 40 on the Cowboys. It's not like they struggled to score against the team or the league's worst defense. I think the Packers a little bit too much for the Cardinals today. I think they win that one. I don't want to say big, but I think they win it pretty handily. What's next? Let's go Falcons 49ers. That's the Sunday night game this week. Sunday night at 8:20 on NBC. The Falcons will head to San Francisco. The Niners are a 1.5 favorite at home. Ryan, let me start with you. What do you think in this one?
This one is going to be a fun one as well. This isn't my second favorite one, but this is going to be fun. The Falcons' offense is really, really good. Really good. Almost 400 yards per game, 10 total touchdowns. Bijan looks incredible. Their defense is even better. The best defense in the NFL right now. Best pass defense. Their rushing defense is struggling right now, but they're still averaging as the best defense in the NFL. Bijan, third overall running back, has almost 500 yards. He does only have 2 touchdowns. I look for him to have a couple more. This 49ers team is really, really confusing. For how many injuries this team has had, they are still the 6th best offense in the NFL and the first passing offense with Mac Jones and all of these receivers injured. It's so confusing. Yeah. Their defense is, average, and that's where I think is going to be the problem. Mac Jones is looking serviceable. He's got twice as many touchdowns as interceptions. Christian McCaffrey is going to get his. He's the best running back right now in the NFL. Yep. I know that Pearsall is out. Jennings is playing, but he's got like 4 different ailments. So, he's going to be out there with the whole body cast. I look for Kendrick Bourne to have a really, really good game this week. The last 2 weeks, he's had 23 catches, 371 yards. Really, really good. And George Kittle is playing today.
Okay.
So that's really nice. This matchup does intrigue me. I think that Bijan will be the main factor here. I'm going to go the Falcons over the 49ers, even though I like both teams. 28-24 in a close game.
All right, fair enough. I think the Falcons have been playing well. They're putting it together. I think the Falcons win this one too. I want to move on quickly. I think this is the matchup you're talking about. This is the second highest over/under in the league this week, right? 53.5. The Monday night game, the first Monday night game at 7:00. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to head to Detroit to take on the Lions. Lions are actually a 5.5-point favorite at home, which surprised me a little bit because you know how it is this year. You let Baker Mayfield have the ball last in a close game, and you're going to be in trouble. TK, let me start with you. What do you think? We know Ryan's excited about this one. I'm going to give him a minute to think about it.
Yeah, I'm going to go to Tampa Bay in a close one. Part of me wanted to go to Detroit because they're at home. I definitely didn't want to snap back from the 30-17 loss against Kansas City. Mm-hmm. But I do think Tampa Bay is well hot-oiled, and they are running right now. Baker looks incredible. The rapport that he has with that entire team is absolutely beautiful to see. He's just making everything work. Your number 1 and number 2 receiver are down. 3, you're just starting offensive linemen are out. You guys still find a way to generate points and to win games. I'm going to go ahead and take the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, Baker's a leader. I think he has a way to make guys just believe, right? I feel like you could put me out at receiver and they'd be all right. Like I'd make a few catches because I'd find the ball in my hands. Maybe not. Probably wouldn't find it in my hands at all. But Ryan, what do you think about this one? This is an exciting one for you, right?
Yeah, this is gonna be fun, man. The Buccaneers look so good. This offense is so much fun to watch. I mean, the emergence of rookie Emeka Egbuka. I mean, he's going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year this year, I believe. Even with their injury woes, I mean, Bucky Irving, their top running back, out. Emeka Buka's hurt. They're saying he's questionable, but he's looking like he might play. Something to monitor for that.
Yeah.
Mike Evans is going to play this week finally. Chris Godwin's out. It's just, it's really weird, but no matter what, Baker always finds a chance to, try to win at the end of the game, and he's been pretty successful so far. This Lions team is no slouch, obviously 4-2. Really, really, really good offense, even better defense, which is pretty cool. But these running backs look insane. I mean, Jamar Gibbs is a top 10. If he wasn't sharing, he might be the top running back in the NFL right now. Amon-Ra St. Brown, top 5. This matchup is going to be so much fun. I'm going to go the Buccaneers here. The more that Baker looks good, the worse that Stefanski and Berry look. So give me the Buccaneers 28-24 in a close matchup.
Fair enough. I think the Buccaneers win this one. I think they just seem to find a way to pull it out every week. I'm not going to pick against them until they stop doing that. I don't care where they go play. I know Detroit's good. It's going to be a good game. I think it'll be a fun game, high-scoring game. I don't know, like 31-28, something like that we might be looking at. But fun game. And a huge letdown, the other Monday night game. It's going to be the Texans. Well, Seattle's pretty good, but Texans at Seahawks. I don't know. Ryan, do you have a thought on this one? The Seahawks are a 3.5-point favorite at home, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, the Texans offense is struggling. The offensive line is really, really bad.
Yep.
CJ Stroud is bad because the offensive line is bad.
Yep.
I mean, Nick Chubb is unfortunately just a former shell of himself. I just wish he would just retire. He's just ruining his average day after day, unfortunately. And Woody Marks is a rookie serviceable running back, but a guy who's not really that lead back. Nico is really good, but struggling. He's 30th overall receiver, and the rest of the offense is not good at all against the Seahawks offense, who is just as lights out. I mean, Sam Darnold is almost a top 10 quarterback. Jackson Smith and Jigba is clearly the wide receiver one for that team, and all he needed was DK to get out of there to prove it. Although the Texans defense is really good, they're fourth overall right now. I think the Seahawks are definitely going to win this game 21-10.
All right. I got TK looking like an Owen Mills portrait over here. I don't know if oh, there we go. He's back. He's moving. What do you think on this one? You got any thoughts? The other Monday night game, the Texans and Seahawks? Uh-oh.
Oh, my. As you guys know, love what Sam Darnold's been able to do this year. Texans kind of starting to figure things out, but at the same time, I still think the personnel is a bit of an issue for the Texans right now, especially with all the injuries. Give me the Seahawks at home.
All right, really quickly there. I like that. We not as fast as last time, but we got your thought in a pretty quick way. All right, well, that's around the NFL. That's all we got for you. I mean, that's other than the Browns Dolphins, which we're going to get to in a minute. Unfortunately, we have to talk about that. But I have a question for you guys. I mean, we talked about where the season is for the Browns, and if they lose today, Kevin Stefanski could be fired. Who knows? Andrew Berry could be gone. I have no idea. Some combination of somebody could be fired. So it just seems inevitable that at some point, I mean, how soon do you think we're going to see Shedeur Sanders at quarterback for the Browns? And is that even really a good thing for him, Ryan? I mean, do you think we see him out there, or do you think we should see him out there? Is maybe my question.
This is a real catch-22, isn't it? Yeah, right. I mean, obviously, Shedeur Sanders has got to play this year. He has to. He has to play this year in 2025. And he's only going to get thrown out there. He's going to get thrown out there with a bad offensive line, a horrible receiving room, and an incompetent head coach. But he has to play. I honestly would have started him this week against the Dolphins. We know exactly what we have in Dylan Gabriel, and it's a short, average quarterback who's probably going to be a backup for a while. I'm not sure if it's even good for Sanders to play at this point, but it doesn't really matter given the circumstances. I know I sound dumb saying that, but if Sanders doesn't get on the field, he's going to be pushed back by the inevitable 2026 rookie first-round quarterback that the Browns are going to draft. At the end of the day, someone is going to have to play quarterback regardless of the setbacks at offensive line and wide receiver room. Someone is going to have to go through the adversity. Let the kid play. Let him play. He needs to play. He has to play, or we're literally wasting the only time that we have to see if he's going to be the guy. So that's what I have on it.
I agree. TK, what do you think about this? I mean, do you think we see him out there soon? Should we see him? Is it good for him? Is it good for the Browns? What do you think?
No, we should see him. When, I'm not necessarily sure. At this point in time, I really don't think it matters. Like Ryan just said, this offensive line is garbage. We have the worst receivers in the game. We have possibly the worst head coach in the game as well. So whatever happens, listen, he needs to get as many reps as possible because it makes absolutely no sense for the Browns to go after quarterback in next year's draft with the other holes that are on this roster. We have got to rebuild this offensive line. We got to rebuild this wide receiver core. We still got some issues. We still got some issues on defense, believe it or not, that we need to fix. Not really confident in that nickel position. Our safeties outside of Grant Delpit at all. Just play at the safety position hasn't been what we needed to be at all times. So, yeah, for them to go for a quarterback in next year's draft, absolutely asinine, especially when you took 2 of them this year. You need to figure out which one of these kids is able to work for you for right now. No, I don't want you guys screwing up Fernando Mendoza or Dante Moore or even Drew Aller. I don't want it. Doesn't need to happen. Let some other team have him. Figure out what you have in this quarterback room now. So, yeah, he's going to have to play at some time. He might even play today. Who knows?
So would it? Yeah, maybe. Who knows? I mean, listen. So I mean, the way you said that, would it? Are you suggesting maybe that you think the Browns could take an offensive lineman and a wide receiver with the first 2 picks of the draft, or do you think they won't take a quarterback?
Absolutely.
Or do you?
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Okay. If we get a top 5 pick, I definitely want it to be spent on Utah's right tackle Spencer Fano. I definitely would like to see a late first round pick of Carnell Tate. Obviously, get some more Buckeyes in here, whatever it takes. His draft stock may be rising though, so we might not get him. But yeah, definitely get a wide receiver in here. Some offensive line help. You can continue to build on that defense as well. Too much defense isn't enough defense, as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, given the circumstances, we got to see what we have in this quarterback room first before we go try to screw up another quarterback. So, let me see what Shedeur Sanders has at some point in time. No, I don't want to run Dylan Gabriel out, but if he doesn't perform, that might be inevitable. So, it's a whole lot of wait and see, gentlemen. A whole lot.
I think Gabriel's going to start at least through the bye week. I think you could see Shedeur Sanders start that week after the bye week. I think that could be a thing. If you're watching right now, I mean, let us know what you think about the draft. I mean, if you think the Browns aren't going to be looking for a quarterback, I don't know if that means the quarterback of the future is on the roster now. If they look to fill it through free agency, if they look for a trade, just not trying to develop another rookie. I mean, developing 2 rookies at once is a lot. Obviously, it's turned into a handful. So, yeah, if you're watching and you have a thought on that, let us know. I mean, where would you like the Browns to go in the draft? I'm tired of talking about the draft, but it is what it is.
I'm ready.
I mean, every year by week 6 or 7, we're already looking forward. So at least we have something to look forward to, right? At least there's a draft. At least you have first-round picks this year. It's fun. Okay, so, we talked about it. The Browns are a mess. The whole franchise, the whole organization from the top down, pretty much – I mean, I won't say the 53rd man on the roster because there are some really talented guys on this roster. We know that. We've got some good football players, right? Just can't put it all together on the field. Struggling to put it together off the field in every conceivable way, right? Communication, development, the draft. I mean, the draft this past year is looking pretty solid, but we'll see. Time will tell. So let's say, gentlemen, you, Brian Mosser, you, TK Dandridge, you're given the keys to the Ferrari. Let's not. No, you're giving the keys to the Ford Pinto. We're not going to do. We're not going to say the Ferrari. Yeah, we're not doing that. That's not even accurate. So what do you do? I mean, I want you to look at this any way you want. If you're the head coach, if you're the general manager, you can't be the owner. But if you're the whatever DePodesta does that role, I don't know, whatever that is. If you're one of those guys, what do you do? What do you change? TK, I'm going to start with you. Pick the role and what do you do? What do you do to help this team not be this team?
I want to be the owner, and I want a clean house. I want everyone gone, except
you're breaking the rules. You can't be the owner, but if you can be the owner, that's fine.
Leave. Yeah. The hell with the rules. Rules ain't did a damn thing for us in 27 years, and it still ain't working. So you get rid of everybody. Kevin, Andrew, Bubba, Paul, turn in your stuff. Get the hell on. We've got to start over. We got to start this over. This makes absolutely no sense. We're taking so many steps. This isn't 2 steps back. We're taking an entire set of stairs, and we're walking backwards on them.
I mean,
not even looking to see where the hell we're going. We're just walking backwards, tripping and running into shit. So everything needs to be put to a cease, and we need to end this all. We just need to start fresh, figure out some new way to go about this because it's obviously not working anymore.
No, I was going to say, did it ever work? But it did work at one point in time. It was working. It was a well-oiled machine starting to head in the right direction for a minute, but it's not working anymore. Ryan, let's say, okay, now TK's the owner. So he calls you. He says, Ryan Moss, you're the guy. You're my, I don't know, you're my D. Podesta, or you're my Andrew Barry, or you're my Kevin Stefanski. Pick one of those. Just pick one. I don't care which one. And just tell me how you fix this team. Like, please tell me a viable plan to fix these guys. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I got two options. Option A, utilize Jimmy Haslam's money and try to create a time machine and keep Baker and not be a freaking moron. That's my first option.
Yeah.
Option B, in all reality, I would play Shedeur Sanders ASAP to see what I have in him. Then tank this season so hard it's not even funny. I would wait until – this is me, okay? I would wait until close to the end of the season to fire Kevin Stefanski and Andrew Barry. I'm the new GM of the Browns. The writing is on the walls, and we need to set our pride. This team is horrible. We've wasted the careers of so many elite, talented players. The trade deadline is November 4th. I would trade a ton of expiring contracts. David Njoku, see you later, buddy. Joel Bitonio, Pochik, maybe not all these guys, Teller, because our offensive line is so bad, but Bitonio, Pochik, Teller, and Conklin, some of them got to go.
Some
Shelby
combination,
Harris,
yeah.
I then continue the slide until the team – is really, really bad. Just get the first overall pick for 2026. This is going to get crazy. Get ready. If Sanders is not the guy, right now there isn't a QB prospect in the draft that I'm absolutely in love with, okay? There are quite a few that I like. I'm not sure if they're worth the first overall pick as of right now. So I would look to trade back out of first overall pick, back into the top 5 still. That would give us a top 5 2026 first-round pick, probably a 20 – we have to take a 2027 first-round pick, another 26 and 7 second, and a whole handful of other good picks.
Yeah.
With that newly acquired top 5 2026 pick, I would look at the quarterback position first. Like I said, Shadeur's not it. Then offensive tackle or wide receiver position or Caleb Downs. Ideally, there are QBs. I like Fernando Mendoza. I like Lenore Sellers a lot, even though his team has struggled. Shane Beamer, their head coach, might be out of there soon because as dynamic as playmakers they have, they're not doing anything. Those two are my top 2 quarterbacks as of now. I could take a top QB with that 26 fifth overall pick if Shedeur is the guy, or I could grab a complimentary piece of their position. I feel best player of position with the need of the Jaguars first round pick. So like he said, I would probably take, the tackle from Utah in the top 5, or maybe the one from Miami. Then fill the rest of the draft with offensive. I'm sorry. Nope. I would try to take Carnell Tate with that Jaguars pick, as TK said. I think receiver would be really, really nice. If he's not there, give me another offensive tackle. Then just fill the rest of the draft with offensive line picks. If we don't get Tate, go for a second-round wide receiver, because any third-round receiver that we draft has not worked out. But the most important thing is that I still get a quarterback top 5, and I get that 2027 first-round pick, so I can hopefully trade up for a guy like Jeremiah Smith. So I get a quarterback, I get extra pieces, and then I still get an extra piece for the future to try to get that generational, once-in-a-lifetime player on this team that we desperately need. Unfortunately, this is not an easy one-year fix. It's going to take a few years. This team has nice young pieces to build off of. I love this past draft. Mason Graham, Schlesinger, Judkins, Harold Fannin Jr. all look like studs. Combined with guys like Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward, who are under contract for a while, mixed with a QB and Mendoza or Sellers and a bunch of other picks. Like, we could turn this team around by 2027. We could push for the division. 2028, we could be in the playoffs, and that'd be amazing for a new stadium, a new dome, to go in and have a new chapter. So my name is Ryan Mosser, and I'm running for the office for the Cleveland Browns general manager position. Let's create a winning future for the Browns fans. Mosser 2026. So.
Yeah, and I approve this message. Yeah, listen, I think
that was a lot, but
that was a lot. It's fine. Yeah, I really think that. I think it's easy. First of all, it's easier to play the quarterback position when you have weapons, right?
Right.
I'm tired of the old Ray Farmer days. We don't need wide receivers. Who needs wide? Stop, man. We do. We gotta have. Somebody's got to catch the ball. Like, nobody can catch the ball right now. But like you said, they're starting to build this nice little core. Harold Fannin looks pretty viable at tight end. He's under his rookie contract for a few years. That's fine.
I think he took Njoku's spot. So
yeah, I think so too. I think Njoku is now expendable. I think he's gone. You try to get what you can for him. I think, unfortunately, maybe you don't get as much as you would have gotten for 2023 David Njoku, the way he looked with Joe Flacco back then. But you can get something for him, and you can get a really cool, portrait of TK looking all Andy Warhol. That looks pretty cool. But yeah, I think you can get a lot. And by the way, quick score update from Wembley Stadium in London. The Rams just scored again. They're up 28-0 now. It's about 11 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
Good.
So yeah, that's trending the right way at least. But yeah, I agree with you. Build from the inside out, and not necessarily just the offensive line, but like you said, I mean, the guy from Utah, great, fine, a solid offensive lineman. There are ways there to trade these assets and get either picks back, players back that you can swing. There are financial moves that you can make to kind of help start to rebuild this team. You've got a decent core still. You've got a decent football team here. You just don't have anybody to throw to, anybody to throw it.
Anyone to guard the guy who's throwing it.
Yeah, those things seem important, but whatever. I think you can build those. The NFL is built to, you can recover quickly in the NFL. The NFL is built for parity, right? The NFL is built for a 1-16, 2-15 team now to come back in 2 or 3 years, go 9-8, 10-7, compete for a playoff spot, maybe even come close to a conference championship. The Browns seem to avoid that at all costs. They have a strong aversion to that next step or whatever. But they were there once. Remember, they almost beat Kansas City in that playoff game. They almost got to the AFC Championship game that year.
Freaking Chad Henne.
I know, and then they threw it all away. They literally took it and watered it up and just tossed it all away for absolutely nothing in return. They gave away all their picks. They mortgaged their future on one guy who hadn't played for almost 2 full seasons, I believe, at that point. It didn't work out. Anyone could have told you that was a terrible gamble. They did it anyway. Regardless of who it's on, Jimmy Haslam, Andrew Berry, doesn't matter. If Kevin Stefanski identified him as the guy, then that's terrible talent assessment because he did absolutely nothing here in the offense under like everyone else has except for Baker Mayfield. Yeah. I think that's a long-term viable plan. I can get with that. I like that. I like the building and waiting for the quarterback or just waiting until you have the pieces in place to go get a quarterback. I don't think you have to rush to go out and get one next year because you've already got 2 rookies on the roster this year. We don't know what we have in Shedeur Sanders. Not sure what we have in Dylan Gabriel yet, although we should have thrown 11 interceptions, I think, against the Steelers. Probably only 4, but whatever. They were all dropped. And I heard someone on the radio, I'm not going to call him out. I'm not going to say who it was or what station it was on, but they said he plays clean football. He doesn't turn the ball over. And it's like, no, the Steelers defensive backs don't catch the ball. It's not that he should have turned the ball over. It should have been at least 4 interceptions in that game, right? Whatever. But yeah, that's a long-term viable plan. I like that. I can get with that, Ryan. Listen, we're going to take one more quick break here on the Inside Edge Network. Just a 2-minute break. We're on the other side of it. We're going to come back. We're going to do Browns keys to victory, Dolphins keys to victory. We're going to get our score predictions, then we'll get you guys out of here. So as always, you can check your fantasy lineups. You can check your whatever you've got going on. If you don't play fantasy football, you can go. If you've got a pie in the oven, go check on that. I don't care. I don't care what you do with your time. But we're going to get you out of here a little bit early. Maybe you can watch the end of the London game if you want. 2 minutes. We'll be back on the Inside Edge Network. All right, and we're back on the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland Browns NFL pregame show. There we go. I muted TK. I almost muted him up again. Didn't mean to do that. But we are back. We appreciate you being with us. Right now, we have to get to the point where we talk in a really optimistic tone about things that we don't really believe are going to happen. We're going to talk about our Browns' keys to victory, right? We have to do this. We have to talk every week and say, hey, this is how they're going to win the game, even though we know it's pretty unlikely. But let's get to our Browns' keys to victory. TK, do we have you? Are you okay over there? We have you? I think we can hear you, right?
Yeah, we're good. You got me outside. I'm in the rain a little bit. So
okay, well.
You guys hear me?
Fair enough. I mean, the Browns are already going to rain on your parade today. You might as well go out in the rain and get soaked that way too. We can hear you okay, I think, for the moment. But while we have you, let's. What do the Browns have to do to win this game today against the Dolphins? What do they got to do, TK?
Okay, first and foremost, please run the football. Okay, you see how terrible it is out here. I don't want you trusting Dylan Gabriel. I don't want you trusting any of those receivers or tight ends that much today. We need to run the football. It doesn't have to be all Quinshon Judkins. You can implement some Jerome Ford in there, probably get Dylan Sampson a few touches. We have got to run the ball. I expect this to be an excruciatingly low-scoring game. Second of all, we have to get some pressure. We don't get any pressure anymore. The last 2 weeks that we have played, I think we have 3 or 4 sacks combined. You can't have your top edge rusher getting one pressure in a rivalry game. That just can't work. That can't
on a
happen.
75-year-old quarterback. That's inexcusable. Yeah, I agree with you.
Exactly. It makes no sense at all as to why we were struggling to get to the quarterback. So, especially with this weak offensive line that the Miami Dolphins have, not necessarily anything to write home about. We got to get the pressure up. And third and most importantly, you got to control the football. I think this is a key for both teams. You have to take care of the football. It's slick, it's wet, it's windy, it's cold. Protect the Avlon as much as you possibly can. Time of possession is going to be big, I believe, because I don't think teams want to air it out in this mess. I definitely don't think anyone wants to air it out in this. So, be mindful of the circumstances that you're in right now. This is definitely a monsoon that we are going to be getting. It's underway right now. It's going to get ugly. So, definitely protect that pigskin.
All right. I'd love to watch these weather games. We got about 35 minutes until kickoff. It should be really just a lot of fun to watch if the Browns can pull it off. But if not, weather games are always fun. Ryan, what do you think? What do the Browns have to do to win this game today?
Yeah, as DK said, defensive pressure. The Browns' defense has been effective, particularly with cable pass rush this year. Applying consistent pressure on Tua will be critical, absolutely critical. The Browns can force hurried throws or mistakes. They can aim to exploit Miami's offensive line vulnerabilities, as he said, and create turnovers. Myles Garrett has got to do better. He's been vocal in the media saying how embarrassing the offense is when Burrow's putting up games where he only has 2 assisted tackles in the whole game. Let's also not pretend like he hasn't had a sack since week 3. I mean, Myles, you signed the contract. You saw the writing on the wall. You took the money. You knew what this was going to be. Now quit crying about the offense and go produce on the field. You also looked embarrassing out there.
You lie to your face.
Right.
Yeah.
Secondly, establish a strong run game, as he said. I mean, Cleveland possesses a strong running attack with Quinshon Judkins leading that room. Against the Dolphins' worst run defense in the NFL after 6 weeks. Using a balanced run game will control the clock, reduce Miami's possessions, which is really, really important, and wear down the defensive front. That would sustain long drives. That will also limit opportunities for big plays by Miami's offense. But with Kevin Stefanski's game plan, who knows what's going to happen, or who knows what he's going to do. Maybe he'll have Dylan Gabriel go out there and throw it 56 times again, and to a terrible Jerry Jeudy. I mean, it's always up in the air. And then finally, take advantage of Miami's offensive struggles. Miami's offense has shown inconsistency, particularly in third down, and long developing plays have been really bad, especially since Tyreek Hill has gotten hurt. The Browns should focus on forcing early 3-and-outs, disrupting passing lanes, neutralizing key Dolphins weapons in the passing game, eliminating all explosive plays. I mean, Waddle was going to, get his, but you should not let him get, big explosive plays. And then, that will increase defensive leverage and, scoring opportunities for Miami. This defense is far from the problem with the Browns team. It's unrealistic for us to expect them to consistently be on the field and not break by the end of the game. So this offense has to do something.
Yeah, agreed. I have it here. They have to run the ball. I mean, the Dolphins' run defense is so bad. Dead last in the NFL in opponent rushing yards per game, rather. They're 30th of 32 in yards per carry. They're 30th overall in total yards per game. They're 31st in opponent yards per play. They just give up a lot of yards. I mean, period. Yeah. They just give up a lot. And the Browns have to take advantage of that. They have to. They cannot have Dylan Gabriel drop back 58 times or whatever in this game and get hit 16 times and go 19 of 52 in the rain for 46 yards and 3 interceptions or whatever. It cannot happen. They have to run the football. It was awful last week. Whatever. And I was going to say the other key maybe is to turn up the air conditioning a little bit in the stadium because Tua is terrible in cold weather games. At least we get wind and rain, but we don't have the cold. I wish we had that typical October bite in the air. Because I feel like that could really hurt Tua as well. 46 degrees and below in the NFL. He's 0-7 in those games in his career. So I wish it was like a cold October day in the rain as well. I think that would solidify it. The more I see it start to rain and the wind start to blow, though, the more I think the Browns might have a chance in this one. But let's flip it over to the other side because the Dolphins can do some things to win the game too. They played the Chargers pretty tough. They're okay, right? They have some talent. So Ryan, I'll start with you. What are the Dolphins' keys to beating the Browns in this game?
First off, they have to emphasize the run game. Devin Achane, he's the team's most dynamic offensive weapon. And Miami's offensive line has shown strength and run blocking this season. Achane is averaging 5.1 yards per carry this season. Successfully establishing the run game will help control the clock and set up efficient play action passes that Tua will definitely need. That would relieve a lot of pressure from Tua. Secondly, eliminate the Browns' run game. Obviously, the key for the Browns' success is to establish run game. So, Dolphins need to eliminate the Browns' run game. If you take away the run game with Quinshon Judkins, the Browns will lose. Kevin Stefanski can't help himself, but to call a million passing plays when we go down by even a field goal. Last week, Judkins was practically taken out of the game by the Steelers defense, 12 carries for 36 yards. In response to that, Kevin Stefanski had Dylan Gabriel throw the ball over 50 times, which is just malpractice. And you obviously know the results. Stop Quinshon Judkins and you win the game. And then third and finally, they just need to exploit matchups. Mixing quick passes, screens, motion packages would, neutralize Cleveland's top defenders while opening up space in soft cover zones. I also expect them to utilize Darren Waller this game. Waller has looked really, really good the last 2 or 3 games, especially in the red zone. He should be a mismatch for the Browns linebackers late in the game. So, yeah.
I agree with all that. I agree with every bit of that. TK, you're looking very pensive in thought on the front porch over there. Do you have some Dolphins? Oh, he's back. Do you have some Dolphins? Every time I talk, you come back to me. It's like you hear my voice, and I rush you back through the annals of time. What do the Dolphins need to do to beat the Browns here today?
Well, again, that offensive line is going to have to step up. I definitely think those 2 tackles are going to be in for a wild ride. Talking about Patrick Paul, the rookie from Houston, and Austin Jackson. I definitely think these guys are going to have to shore up. It's going to have to be a lot of ground and pound today, which actually brings me to my second point. We need a boatload of Devon A-Chain. Tyreek Hill is gone, like I alluded to earlier. This ain't the weather to be slinging it around the yard. You're going to have to look at 28 early and often, and 28 is very, very special. I think this morning I was looking at some highlights of him. I called him Diet Roger Craig. I definitely think he's a guy that can do everything out of the backfield, run in and out of the tackles, catch the football, pass protect, all those good things. So you're going to need a boatload of Devon A-Chain. Also, your run defense needs to show up. 10 is going to get the football in abundance today. He should, at the very least, 25 carries. At the very least, 25 carries. That front 4 or front 7, I don't know if they run a 3-4 or 4-3. I'm pretty sure it's a 3-4. So, the 3 down linemen and those 4 linebackers, they're going to have to shore up today. It's going to be a run-heavy dose offense. Cleveland knows damn well they can't throw the football, so they're going to try to run every and any ample opportunity to get. So you're going to have to come through and stop those guys.
But yeah,
yeah, we think that. We think that.
You would. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with both of you. I mean, I literally have here, they got to force the Browns away from the running game somehow, right? Like they have to force, which with Kevin Stefanski, like Ryan said, maybe if they get up 3 points, they can force the Browns right out of the running game. And then, well, I'm down. I just got to sling the ball over the yard. We got to drop Dylan Gabriel back 300 times in this game. But yeah, think ball control, like you said, right? Long drives, just keep the Browns offense off the field. Not that they're potent, but if they're out there, they can't control the ball, right? They can't run the ball and control it in this kind of weather. So you hold on to the football, can keep the offense off the field, keep the defense on the field, and we've seen that be a pretty good result for most Browns opponents, honestly, so far. Because like I said, Kevin Stefanski is very likely to just forget that Quinshon Judkins even exists. If they get down early, 3-0, 6-0, 7-0, God forbid it's 10-0, 2 scores, forget about it. They're never going to run the ball again. So yeah, I think that's what you have to do if you're the Dolphins. You have to hold on to the football, protect it. Be mindful of the weather, be mindful of the fact that Tua doesn't necessarily love these weather games so much, and they're going to have to run the ball as well. So I want to hear you guys' score predictions, because this one for me, I don't know. I want to say I ran the models, but I don't have anything to do that with. I just, in my head, I ran the models 10,000 times, and it's a weird one for me. Man, I don't know. Ryan, I'm going to start with you. What's your score prediction for this game?
I think this is going to be a close, low-scoring game. I think that the Dolphins will win the game by a field goal. Okay. Dolphins 20, Browns 17. Kevin Stefanski continues his streak of not scoring 20 points, and Cleveland fans peacefully riot in the streets.
Hey, all right. Who doesn't love a good peaceful riot? TK, what do you think?
I'm going to go with a low-scoring game. I definitely think this is one that we could possibly win. Granted, we already called this the Lose Your Head Coach Bowl. I'm going to go Cleveland 14, Miami 7.
My goodness. Okay. It's like a snow game. All right. Yeah, I think, well, listen, so for the first time all season, the Browns are the money line favorite, which means absolutely nothing to this franchise, because they're constantly in the throes of chaos and nonsensical outcomes to games. They constantly beat the best teams in the NFL. They constantly lose to the worst teams. They've been doing it for 26 years since they've been back. The Browns are a 2.5-point favorite. That's fun, right? The over-under is currently set at 35.5. I think the smart money is on the Dolphins to cover, because the Browns really seem unlikely to score 20 points, something they haven't done since, I think, week 13 of the 1962 season? Is that right? Am I in the right range? I think I'm in the right range. I don't know. I don't care anymore, to be honest with you. Here's what I think happens in today's game. I think Mike McDaniel gets sick of watching Tua struggle in the weather against the Browns defense, right? He's going to put himself in at quarterback. I think he's going to end up running through the end zone twice on 2 separate possessions to get away from Myles Garrett. And I think the Dolphins win this game 6-4. I think that's the final score, 6-4. That's it. That's the score of this game. I really don't care anymore. I'm going to watch the game. I'm still a Browns fan, whatever. But I mean,
apathetic.
Yeah. They're just going to find some crazy way to lose. It'll be like a double doink field goal or something for the Dolphins to win. It'll hit both uprights and somehow bounce off the crossbar and still fall through. A piece of rain will hit it and knock it through. I don't know, something stupid, I'm sure. So that's where we are. That's where I am right now. I don't care anymore. Whatever. The Browns are going to lose this game today to the Dolphins. Kevin Stefanski's got to be fired if they do. I don't know about Andrew Berry. I have no idea. I don't think they'll completely clean house. I think they'll want someone there that's sort of intact to keep things congruent with what? I don't know. I can't say that anything. But like I said, this last draft now, it's like you want to hold on because, I mean, Barry did a decent job with the assets that he had, right? Like,
I'm not holding on. He's had several drafts, just 4 picks in the last draft. That means nothing to me. Thanks for the future, but get out of here. I don't care.
Fair. Yeah, speaking of 4 picks, I think Gabriel.
Look at the receiver room. Look at the offensive line. Yeah. He's just as implicit as Kevin Stefanski. Get that bum out of here.
It's awful. Speaking of 4 picks, I think Gabriel might throw 4 today. That's all we've got for you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Again, this is the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland Browns, and NFL pregame show. We're brought to you by LPV Productions, and I want to remind you guys, as always, just a fantastic lineup of shows here on the network. We've got all kinds of shows. I'm looking at the things that are on illegal formation, TK's and my show. You've got the commissioner's couch with Ryan Mosser. He's going to tell you, about his pookies every week. So listen to that because he hasn't been wrong yet. You got the Side Hustle Wrestling Podcast. That's Kyle Cornell and Anthony Alford. We've got so many good shows. Real Talk with Papa Moon is a good one. A mental health show. I think everybody needs to maybe sometimes take a break and just, whatever, reflect inward and just kind of make sure you're good, right? If you need help, ask for help, whatever, along those lines. I think that's a great show to listen to let you know that other people may be going through a similar struggle as you, right? Probably not a similar struggle as the Browns, but because that's really unique. But here we are. Guys, thanks for watching. We appreciate you. We will see you next week.
Go check your fantasy lineups.
Yeah, you got about 20 minutes until kickoff. Yeah. Let's one more score check before we get out of here. We've got 35-7 now. The Rams are up on the Jaguars with about 4 minutes to go, so that seems pretty safe. Jaguars are headed to their third loss of the season, and that's all we've really got for you guys. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.